Barbell back squats. It's about time I did my own tutorial on this, so here we go. Now, if you have a barbell and you choose only one exercise, I would choose deadlift. But if you do two, I would do squats. First things first, the setup. So you're gonna get underneath the bar. You're gonna bring your hands as close towards the center of the bar as what is comfortable for your shoulder mobility. And you don't want the bar up too high on your back. You want it down on your actual shoulder blades. Now, to make this more comfortable, what you have to do is you have to actively squeeze your shoulder blades together. And what that will do is that'll make the muscles in your back stick out and it will cushion your spine from the bar. A lot of people who begin squatting, they feel discomfort it's like the bar is pushing on their actual spine. If you pull your shoulder blades together, that will mostly get rid of that feeling, especially once you've grown a bit more muscle in your back. Now, I've set my feet just slightly outside of shoulder width, and I'm pointing my toes outwards just slightly. I initiate the movement by pushing back with my hips, pushing out with my knees, and then dropping into that space that creates. Now, if you want to get the hang of that, then I suggest you check out my video on floor touch squats, because that will teach you that cue perfectly. I'll set a link in the description. Now, watching from the side angle, we can see what's actually happening with my hips and my knees. All right, so look how far forward my knees are going. They are going a little bit past my toes, and my bum is sticking right out at the back. Now, a lot of people will tell you to keep your knees behind your toes when you squat, but that is not what I want you to do on these squats. Your weight should be balanced between your heels and your toes. Now, depending on your leg length and your biomechanics, your knees might travel further forward or not so far forward. It's all individual, so don't stress too much if your knees are going forward a little bit. As long as it's comfortable on your knees, that's the main thing. Now, we are trying to achieve a reasonable depth, not a crazy depth like a heels elevated squat. Now, if we watch from the side again, you'll see the depth that we're going for. So here it is. And this is what they call parallel. We're squatting so that our hips drop down to the level of our knees. Now, I get the feeling this video is going on a lot longer than some of my other videos, but I mean, squats, it's a technical lift. There's a lot of little pointers that you need to know. So I'm just gonna keep going. The next thing we need to look at is breathing. So before you squat, take a nice breath in, hold your breath, brace your abs tight, then drop down into the squat, and then just as you're coming back up to the top again, then you breathe out. Just that last little bit before you stand up straight, breathe out there. Then before you go down again, take a nice breath in, hold your breath, brace your abs, go down again, and repeat. All right, last thing, and this is a very small thing, but it's very important. Once you finish your set, walk the bar back into the rack, touch the rack with the bar before you drop down. Especially when you're fatigued at the end of a working set, you don't want to miss the rack. I've seen plenty of people go to start lowering the bar when they think that they're in it, but they're not in it, and then they end up in trouble. So make sure you touch first before you drop down. That's all I'm gonna say. And that's long enough. I hope this tutorial helps, and let me know if you've got any comments or questions.